Hey, we are on the thing. We were trying it out. Have you tried it out? The Hangout?
And she's going to send me a link so that I would be able to, people could see me. But she never did. And Rashawn said she told her the same thing, and she said I couldn't understand. Will you please send the link? And she still hasn't.
It's right here. Pippa, Rashawn, Twyla. Oh, she only sent it to 4 people. Pippa, Rashawn.
Who did she send it?
Says go to your email. Pippa, Rashawn.
That's the one that she sent yesterday, and then she
She sent it to you. She sent it to you at 7:36, and she said, "Go to please click on it now." And so me and Pippa are on, but me and Piper are on.
What do you think people say?
I don't know. She can hear me too. So look, click on it because you might have to download something.
She was saying I should have to, but
I had to. It was just a little something. All right, bye.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, let me tell Master to come to my room.
Hello.
Hey, Rashawn.
Hi, how you doing?
Awesome.
How did Piper get her picture like that? I just need to insert a picture.
That's how mine is.
That's the whole purpose of a hangout, so we can interact and see each other.
No, ma'am.
I was eating. I didn't want y'all to see me chewing.
There's Paula.
Take the picture. Piper, how did you insert the picture?
Don't tell her, Piper.
I need to pick my teeth.
Okay, listen, Rashawn, if you hover at the top of her screen, you'll see something that says camera off, and then you'll also see the little microphone with the mute the microphone. So obviously you could do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to run the presentation?
All right, and so I'm going to put up the information here.
I love the whole story. It's terrific, but it doesn't have one of the most important attributes of this proprietary content.
My husband's watching Shark Tank, so I got to come in here.
I'll be back, y'all.
Okay.
Guys, if you let's see. Okay. We've got 3 viewers on so far, so it looks like people are logging in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our hangout tonight. We're going to be sharing some information about Teen Conference. We're super excited about that. And if your teens are available and at home, if they could obviously join you, that would be great.
Okay.
Y'all still there?
Still here.
Oh, okay. Y'all know I'm gonna have Scandal on in the background.
Yeah, double click or what? Do I double click it or what?
It should just come up when you click it once.
Okay, there it is. Okay, and then click here. And then what? Start screen share.
So now that's going to be
Okay.
what they see.
Okay. All right,
You
awesome.
can actually, let's see, minimize it.
Right here. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, we still have about 4 minutes. We've got several viewers that's on right now. We'll get started here momentarily. I just wanted us to join in a little early to make sure that that we could all get on. So we have a few viewers that have joined us. I'm going to send out a few text messages to some of the teen moms just to make sure that they remember. So we'll be getting started momentarily.
Say hi to Piper and.
Hi, Piper.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
Hey! Why are you doing that, Will?
Is this what we have to do for Jack and Jill?
This is what we have to do.
Cameraman.
Madison, that's what she got to do.
Vodka.
That's what Madison got to do.
Wait, shh. If y'all, if y'all gonna be in here, y'all have to be quiet. Otherwise, go to your own rooms.
I might as well be.
You might as well come and be with your mommy.
So try them all, and whichever one doesn't work on our door, we're getting her on that.
What was that?
Oh, Lord.
The door wasn't all the way closed.
Okay.
We have to start doing this from now on. I'm not ready to be on camera. Get me off of there. Stop.
If we have to, you have to, Miss Madison. You having fun on spring break?
Yeah.
All right.
Camera ready. Hey, Carson.
Dee says she can't get it to connect, Twila. What do you mean you can't get it to connect?
I mean, it's downloaded, but you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It does this requirement to download Safari, which I connected to Safari. But it's,
Okay.
you know, it came up with that button.
Well, go on with the regular. Go on the way. Try to see if you can go on the way the teens are going on.
Yeah.
With that as a lead. See if you can do that first.
The teaser
With the-
link.
That, the link that I sent out is for you guys to drop actually in the Hangout where the rest of the group can hear you and see you. And so sometimes if you've not, done Google Hangout before, it'll ask you to download. And it takes maybe about, 2-3 minutes to download it.
Yeah, I had to download, and it took about.
I downloaded, and then the green button came on and says Hangout, but it's not connected when I click on it.
You're on the internet?
Yeah, it says Hangout, so I clicked on that, and now it's telling me to download Chrome.
Oh yeah, I did it on Chrome. No, I did it on regular internet.
Yeah, I'm on Internet Explorer, so you shouldn't have to download Chrome. I tell you what, go back to the link that I sent you and just click on it.
It shows the button at the very bottom of the screen now and added the button. So when I click on that green button, it says Flip Player. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so just follow whatever it's telling you to do. Just follow that.
Go to that link. Go to that original link. And then your backup is to use that original link that the non-speakers are on too, dude.
But then I can't speak if I go through that one.
Right, but you can at least hear if you can't get it to work.
That's a YouTube video.
I know, that's a YouTube video.
That's what I just said. Don't touch it.
Okay, guys, we're going to get started momentarily. We see a few viewers that are joining us. We'll get started here in just a few moments. If you would, please, if you have fellow mothers, you have their phone numbers, or you can send out a text just as a reminder, and just give them the link to join in so that we can maybe have as many on tonight as possible. We'll get started in about a minute or two. Give a few others an opportunity to join us. Okay. Get started here.
Hey, Twala, is it a way somebody can get on this without a computer if they only have a phone?
No, but what we do tonight, I think I'll be able to record it.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's a Hangout, and so there's no phone number attached.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually could have added maybe a phone number, and that would have probably helped. Okay, we'll give it maybe one more minute, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Can you guys see the screen okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. It is about 3 minutes after. I want to go ahead and obviously respect your time. I want to thank you guys for jumping on our Hangout tonight. Obviously, this is a way for us to meet, have a bit of interaction, and share some very important information as it relates to Teen Conference. So hopefully you are on, you have your teens on with you. If perhaps you have a moment, you have some fellow mothers and teens, and some of you teens that are on, go ahead and shoot a text message to your to your teammates or your teens and mothers, and just ask them to jump on, just as a reminder, so that we can get the information out to as many mothers as possible. I am going to attempt to record it in the event several of our mothers have missed the hangout tonight. They'll have an opportunity to listen to the information. So we received this team packet on the hangout tonight. We have Miss Rashawn, who is one of the co-chairs, team co-chairs, and we have Miss Piper Andrews, obviously our program director, and we have our amazing president, Miss Paula Harris. So you guys want to have an opportunity to say hello to our teens and moms that joined us tonight.
Hey, teens and moms, this is so cool. We're so excited.
Hello, everybody. This is Piper. I'm excited to get started for the conference and get you all started for registration and all of the activities. So thank you all for joining.
Hello, everyone. This is Rashawn. Thank you for joining. We're excited to try this new technology. I've been trying to unmute my microphone for 2 minutes. I know.
All right, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. You should have received in your email the teen conference guide. This guide is going to be very, very helpful for us as we plan for teen conference. This is our 61st annual regional teen conference, and it's going to be held in the beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. And of course, the host chapter for the teen conference this year.
We're excited to try this new technology. I've been trying to unmute my microphone for 2 minutes. I know.
Hold on, let's see why we're getting that feedback. 1 second. Received in your email the teen conference guide. This guide is going to be very, very helpful for us as we plan for teen conference. This is our 61st annual regional teen conference, and it's going to be held in the beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. And of course, the host chapter for the teen conference this year.
We're excited to try this new technology. I've been
Hold on. While we're getting that feedback, 1 second.
The Hyatt Superdome New Orleans is where it's going to be.
Bear with me. Okay, I think we're good. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think we're all good now. Okay, and obviously these are our regional officers. So I want to go ahead and get right into the information. Obviously, the purpose of Teen Conference is to create a forum for teens to engage in leadership development activities, including educational, cultural, recreational, social, and philanthropic programs for teens of the South Central region, and to interpret the programs and promote the projects of the national organization as they pertain to our teens. And so we won't go over the teen objectives. You're going to have this information. Really, tonight's hangout is for us to obviously come together, talk a little bit about the agenda, the highlights of Teen Conference. If you've not made a decision to send your teens to Teen Conference, I want to strongly suggest that you do that. This year, our theme is Walk My Path to Understand My Journey, and that's very fitting, obviously, for our teenagers. We will have 2015-16 Regional Teen Officer Campaign. There's going to be team building workshops. We have Sports Day that's going to take place at the Joe Brown Park. There is a lot of competitions as it relates to visual and performing arts showcases, oratorical competitions, the Big Jack, Big Jill luncheon. I had the privilege to attend that last year, and I thought it was really, really amazing because our kids get to hear from other leadership development activities, including educational, cultural, recreational, social, and philanthropic programs for teens of the South Central region. Okay, does someone have the actual Hangout open on their computer. If you logged into the ccapture.us and that window is still open, you need to close that window. That's how we're hearing the feedback. The highlights of Teen Conference. If you've not made a decision to send your teams to Teen Conference, I want to strongly suggest that you do that. This year, our theme is Walk My Path to Understand My Journey, and that's very fitting also for our teenagers. We will have 2015. Guys,
I'm just going to close everything and open it back up because I don't think.
Does someone have two hangout windows open?
Let me see.
I think it's Yolanda.
I'm struggling. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
It started when you came on board.
Hey, Twala, before we get started, can you announce who's on the call? I can't see what others are on the call except for us presenting.
I can't. What I can see is that we have viewers that's on, and as it looks right now, we've got 12 viewers that's on outside of us. So, if you're on, here's what we'd like to do. If you're on, go ahead in the comment box. If you scroll right down from the box that where you see us, go ahead and put your name. If you are chimed in on the Hangout, just put your name, who's on, and we'll be able to take a look at that. That way we know who's had a chance to be with us tonight. Okay. All right. Awesome.
I already know I'm here. I'm with you.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and keep the ball rolling here. And leaders, if there is something that you would like to chime in as we talk about these items, please feel free. Please feel free to do that. Okay. Hold on 1 second. What is happening? Okay. All right. So we're just talking about some of the highlights. Bear with me. All right, so we're talking about some of the highlights. I was talking about the Big Jack, Big Jill luncheon. That's obviously a lot of our Jack and Jill teens that have obviously graduated and gone on to college and, you know, in their careers, and they come back and they talk to our teens, and I thought that was pretty awesome. And then, of course, we have the senior gala, which is amazing. The chapter skits, that's always fun. There's awards that go out for the best skits, you know, usually first, second, and third place. The teens make a really big deal about that, and so that's really amazing. And then there's a Super Saturday service, parade of chapters, you know, a lot of great things that take place at Teen Conference. And so those are just some of the things that we can obviously expect. Mothers and teens, this is our agenda, and it's pretty full. You know, we start on Thursday. We're going to charter up on Wednesday midday, and be there for Thursday morning for the kickoff of the activities that'll take place starting at 8 a.m. So we'll leave on Wednesday, June the 10th. We'll be there ready to go on Thursday, June the 11th. So you can take a look here at the full day, and it starts at 8 in the morning and it ends at 1 o'clock in the morning. So as you can see, it really, what I took away from that last year, and in talking to Erwin, you know, initially he was like, oh Mom, I don't know if I really want to go, I'm gonna miss some basketball tournaments. And so I said to him, I think, he didn't really have a choice. And so I had him to go, and he really, really enjoyed it. And so this year, there is a basketball tournament that's going to be out in Dallas, and he's already told his coach that he's going to be at team conference, and so that was really refreshing. He had a great time. Our kids really learn, how to be in meetings, and they learn, how to dress, and being able to, to communicate and have, conversations, and there was just a lot of great learning moments that, as they all will probably, once they grow up and they have their various careers, they'll have different workshops and various meetings and things that they will have to attend and be a part of. And so this really helps to prepare them for that. And so Friday, you can see what we have going on. There is, and then on Saturday, of course, we have the campaign breakfast, the delegate voting, and the community service. The kids will have several different community service projects that they can choose from. Pipe and I were talking over yesterday that, we received the email and we kind of put our kids in the community service, just because we were, behind the 8 ball to register and that kind of thing. But I do want to suggest that this year, share with your teen. And teens, if you're on the line, when you go on to register, make a decision on what community service project you'd like to go to. They will not allow us to change students around. Once we get there, students will, realize, well, it's outside, or where, oh, it's over here, and I really don't want to do that. And so we're not going to be able to make adjustments unless it's extreme emergency. So make sure you're in the community service that you'd like to attend. And so as you can see Saturday, we've got a lot of great things going on. I'm kind of rolling through this pretty fast. Sunday is our breakfast worship service. We have another plenary session, and then we do the installing of our regional teen officers. Leaders, is there anything that you want to add to the agenda, something perhaps that you saw here that you believe needs a little more explanation?
I think you got it.
Okay, awesome. All right. Conference registration, guys, is open. It's open, and you can begin to register your teens for the teen conference. We really want to get all of our teens registered, early, so that we will have an idea of how many teens we have going. That way, we can go ahead and prepare for our transportation. Last year, we obviously shared a bus with the Clear Lake chapter, and it made it very affordable for us, for the mothers. This year, we have 39 teens that have said that they are going, but we can't get a real firm number until our participants or our teens pay. And then that way we can decide if we have enough for our own bus, or if we obviously will share with another chapter again this year. So go ahead and try to register as early as possible, and then we can have first dibs at the rooms. Speaking of rooms, obviously we'll be staying at the Hyatt Hotel. We do have an option of having 2 to a room, 3 to a room, or 4 to a room. So I'd like to just have the moms and teens to weigh in on whether you'd like to, have 4 to a room, 3 to a room, or if you would like to have 2 people to a room. And I'm going to give you the prices. I think I have them here. I saw that someplace. And it's in your teen packet. Let's see if I can find it. While I'm looking for that, leaders, is there anything else you'd like to add as we talk about the conference registration or hotel registration?
I think I read in there that the moms, or when the mothers register the teens, they will need to enter the committee that they would like to sit on. So they need to be looking at those committees ahead of time so they can make their decisions on what where their interests lie. And I think at least last year you had like 1 or 2 choices, and I think they tried to give you your first choice, but not everybody got their first choice. So that's something to consider. So they need to look at that ahead of time.
Okay. I'm trying to find the hotel information. I know that obviously, okay, okay. In preparing for the conference, there was a couple things that stuck out here. The region expects us, our teens, to have full participation, in the conference, and so basically, moms and teens, in going to the conference, teens can't stay back in the room. If for whatever reason, you wake up maybe on the wrong side of the bed that morning, and you say, well, I don't want to go. All teens, they're expected to have full participation, and attend, all sessions and attend all activities throughout the entire time they're at the conference. So it's not one of those, I don't feel up to going today. And let me just say this, that, you're going to be tired, but it's going to be fun. And you just push through, we'll be up early, we'll be to bed late, but you will have a great time. And the conference is, it's catered to you. There's going to be nights where you have your fun. There's going to be dances and other excitement and other things that you're going to really, really enjoy. So, the region does expect full participation, and so do we as a chapter, to make sure that you are participating fully. So this is some stuff for us as a chapter, and we won't really go through that. Team sponsors, our responsibilities, we know what that is, and we'll make sure that we're doing that. Team lead sponsor, we don't need to go through that. Conduct themselves in a responsible, mature manner, follow the code of ethics and the dress code throughout the conference. Actively participate in all conference activities, and actively participate on a committee. And Ms. Piper just mentioned that and talked about that.
Myler?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm on the call. It's Natasha.
Hi, Natasha, you made it. Okay, awesome. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Going through some of these things. Sponsors, just so moms and teens, okay, so for us as sponsors or chaperones, we will use every opportunity to ensure that the teens adhere to the general protocol, dress code, conduct, curfew regulations, and rules and regulations of the hosting chapter region and the hotel. Mothers and teens, as the sponsors and the chaperones, we are responsible for your teens. The way that we take them away is the way that we're going to bring them back. They are absolutely in our care at all times. Teens, you're not allowed to be anywhere alone, okay? The moment that you are, need to go to the bathroom, you need to go to your competition, you need to go to a practice, you need to go, wherever it is, you have to have a chaperone to go with you. If for whatever reason you are caught in the hallways or you're caught someplace without a chaperone, there is a, we could be fined as a chapter, and they take it very, very seriously. So just make sure that you're not anywhere by yourself. You have to be with a chaperone at all times. Let's see. Sponsors will instruct teens regarding the following. The use of hotel telephones are prohibited. Room service is on a cash basis only, and no pay-per-view movies or installation of video games on the hotel television. So, and then of course I've had several moms to ask me that they have family members that live in New Orleans and that you'd like to visit, and you'd like to have your family members visit you or to see your teen because they haven't seen them in a while. Guys, there's no social activities while we're there. We're there really for business, and it's for teen conference only. So, obviously we just can't socialize in that manner. And I don't know if President Paula or Pipa or anybody would like to chime in on that and add anything that perhaps I may have missed.
So,
you said it well. That's true. If they want to have activities with their family members, whatever, they would probably need to do it either before or after conference. During conference is, like Twala said, is strictly for conference. There are no outside visitors allowed to come into the conference or to visit the teens.
And Miss Twila, and I know you're going to have a training for just the chaperones, but also remember that you can't drive or come separate or come late or leave early without permission from not me as the president, but the regional director. So if you're planning on getting your starts, or if you need your kids to go to a camp, or if you need to leave before Sunday, before the bus pulls out, make sure that you get with, let Twila know, who will let me know, who will have to get the okay from R.D. Mitchell.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I know that several people have asked about, could they drive up, and President Paula just obviously mentioned that. And so, if there is something, please send us an email, send me an email, and I'll get it to President Paula, and then we'll get an okay for that to happen. So yeah, absolutely. Dress code, guys. In your packet you have the information for dress code. On Wednesday going up, we talked a little bit about this, and hopefully we can solidify it. We do have a budget for T-shirts and things of that nature. We found a really good vendor that can do a couple of shirts for us. Last year we wore the blue shirt and the khaki pants, and it really looks very, very nice, very professional. They look very, very nice in that. Going up, I don't remember what we wore, but what we'd like to do this year is have a chapter T-shirt. We did ride the bus with the Clear Lake chapter, and they were all in the same shirts and things of that nature. It looks really, really nice. And I know that we have chapter shirts, but we're able to find a bundle deal that I believe will get us 3 shirts and will be within our budget. So, which means going up, we'll all have the same shirt, and then on Wednesday, I'm sorry, we go up on Wednesday. On Thursday, that's when we'll wear the khaki and the blue, and then of course the next day, I believe, is our community service day. Then the region gives us a shirt for that, and then on the 3rd day we have sports day. So we will wear. I'm sorry. On Thursday is our meeting. That's when we'll do our khaki, pants and our blue shirt. And we may do a different type of shirt that that's a little richer in color, and may not, anyway, it'll be a little richer in color. And then on Friday is our sports day. That's our shirt that we wear. That's our competition shirt. And then on Saturday, I think, is our community service day, and then the region will provide a shirt for us on that particular day. So so anyway, that's kind of our dress code, and you'll get some more information as it relates to that, and it's all spelled out in your guide. Plenary sessions, we're all white, and you can see here what the requirements are. Any is our community service day, and then the region will provide a shirt for us. Somebody have the other window open. So anyway, that's kind of our dress code. And somebody has the other window open from the gcchapter.us. So you'll need to close that window so we don't have the feedback. 3 sessions. All right, awesome. Okay, any comments about any leaders would like to comment on the plenary session of what to wear and how we should look and all that good stuff? No? No comments? Okay, awesome. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I think you're muted, Pi.
Okay. Any comments? Okay, awesome. All right, so, okay, at the conference.
Twyla?
Yes.
Twyla?
Yes.
Hey, this Piper. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time getting off mute. But what I was saying, you might want to go into a little bit more detail about the white dress so that moms can know what what they should and shouldn't. I mean, it's pretty simple. It is the same as the adults, but just let them know that they need to start shopping because it's kind of hard to find a white dress. But it might be easy around Easter if they start looking then. And then also go over the attire for the guys because that's a little different from the girls.
Okay, awesome. I can't remember the attire for the guys. What did the guys wear?
It's long sleeve button down shirt, or I'll say a button down shirt. It didn't have to be a dress shirt, a tie, slacks, dark color slacks, no khakis. They have to have dark color shoes, dress shoes, no tennis shoes, and I don't think they have to wear a jacket, but I think it has to be at least a shirt and tie.
I can't remember the attire for the guys. What did the guys wear?
It's long.
Somebody has the other window open. That's
a tie.
Close the other window so we don't have the feedback. If you're on the Hangout, as a leader that's on the Hangout, you'll need to close your other window. Okay, awesome.
Is the tie not in the packet, Twyla? It should be.
Okay, we'll probably get there. I'm remembering now. Because the boys had either black or blue slacks, dark shoes, dress shoes, and a tie, and a white collared shirt, button-down shirt. And so for the girls, it needs to be all white, and no stripe or piping or anything like that. It could be a white skirt and a white blouse, or it could be a white dress. They do have to wear white hose and all white shoes. And if it is a dress that's a spaghetti strap or something like that, they have to wear a sweater, like a all white little sweater or all white little blazer or something of that nature. But it has to be all white, uninterrupted white, with white hose and white shoes.
Twyla, it does not have to be white hose. It could be flesh tone hose.
Oh, okay. Okay, awesome.
Let's see.
Twyla.
Yeah.
Is this for the moms as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Twyla, you have moms on here that may have questions. Make sure you tell them how to ask you a question or make a comment, or teens, what to click on so that you can answer, read their questions and answer it as you go.
Sure. Okay, moms and teens, right at the bottom of the box where you are seeing, seeing us present, there is a comment box. So if you have questions or comments, you can obviously ask them. If you have questions or comments, you can ask. Okay, let's see what we got.
And Paula, just to let you know, I did find the dress code. It's on page 11 of the packet.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, and so we'll go there. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me just grab any comments that we may have. Because I have my screen share open, it's hard for me to see the comments. Just bear with me 1 second. While I'm doing that, if there is sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, I don't see any comments. Looks like they're having a hard time commenting here.
We have someone do a test comment to see.
Okay. Guys, yes, if you would just do a test comment and see if we can.
Under chat?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I don't see any comments. Christian,
Something coming through saying test.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Paul and
Oh, okay.
Denise Sanders is texting me saying she can't, she doesn't have much luck with the comment box. Nicole texted me early and said she was trying to make a comment. But what Denise Sanders said, can moms and teens room together?
No, unfortunately, you can't. The teens have to be in the room with the other teens. Chaperones will obviously room together, but the teens can't be in the room with their parents.
Or with any other chaperone.
Okay. Let's do this. Paula, if you don't mind, maybe giving your number or someone that's on the Hangout. If you guys have questions, I'm going to give you my phone number, 281-924-1259. And so if you have a comment or a question, you can text us. Obviously, this is new for us. We just thought it would be, another neat way to share information and to interact with each other. And so, obviously, our comment section is not working, and I'll get with our web designer and make sure that that is ready for us the next time we do this. So if you do have a question, you can text 281-924-1259, or you can text, Paula or either one of us, Yolanda or Pipa or Natasha or Demetra. We're all on the Hangout tonight. Okay, so we'll move to this. So teen conference, these are some, the teen dances. Were a lot of fun last year. Skit performances, the host chapter event, and all other conference activities. Obviously you'll get to do jeans and T-shirts and sundresses and shorts and things of that nature. Must be at least mid-length, no thumb attire, should be between the mid-thigh and the knee, no see-through, attire. And then, of course, Sunday you'll be able to wear your shorts and your sun hats and caps and things of that nature. And then, of course, the senior gala it's a black tie event. So that's when, you need to, wear your suits and bow ties, and it's formal. So even for us as mothers that are chaperones, it's a formal event. It's very, very beautiful. It's a really nice event, and so we'll need to be all dressed up. All right.
It's formal this year, Twyla? Because it has not been in the past. It's been semi-formal.
Last year, I tell you, well, I guess they can wear a suit, or they can wear a suit or a tuxedo, a bow tie, or a formal collar, or dress dress shoes for males. And then for the girls, it looks like it's formal or semi-formal attire suggested for females. Last year, I did, just kind of a dress I thought was a nice dress, and to be quite honest, for me, I felt underdressed because everybody was really dressed up, and maybe it was the parents of the seniors.
Yeah, they all wear formals. The parents of the teens are formal, and the actual teens who are graduating are formal. But usually the audience is semi-formal, And I mean, not saying that people can't, but it's not required.
Right. So as you see here on the screen, these are the, it's formal to semi-formal. Just as a whole, as I looked around, everybody was really nice and really dressed up. So it's up to you. However, if you feel that, you want to be dressed up, guess what? You'll fall right in. If you want to do more of a semi-formal attire, then you can definitely do that as well. Okay, so any other comments along there? Okay, let's talk about conduct really quickly. Behavior in plenary sessions, guys, it is, very, you're going to have pages that are going to be standing, and they're going to stand around, and they have been, I don't want to say ordered, but for lack of a better word, if you're caught, sleeping or, on your phone, gum chewing, talking, being disruptive, things like that, they're going to come and tap you on your shoulder, and there are fines for these type of infractions. So, you can't have those earbuds in your ear. When we go to plenary, it is for you, stick that phone in your pocket, and just be alert and listen in onto what's going on in those workshops. Use of drugs and alcohol, guys, is completely prohibited. You will obviously be fined, sent home, embarrassed, because your name will go before the entire body. What you did and what your penalty, or your fine was. So you don't want to embarrass us as a chapter, nor do you want to embarrass yourselves, nor do you want to embarrass your parents. So, just make sure that you're on your best behavior. I know that our chapter, we don't have to worry about these kinds of things, because we're all, we're going to do what's right because it's the right thing to do. So any other comments along this line, leaders, that you want to add?
So, Piper, Twyla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
A couple of things on that. Pages is one of you were talking about the pages that are kind of the security police. That's one of the committee's teams, and I think it's only for juniors and seniors, or only for seniors. Pipe can tell me for sure, but that sounds like somebody that doesn't have to sit down so much all day if you like to move around, and if you want to be kind of the a leader, a true leader of the group. Also, the regional director has a complaint that the chapter chaperones, like if a kid sneaks out or if a kid has an infraction, they try to handle it just within the chapter, but they are really encouraging us to send people before the judicial board. And the judicial board meets like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so at 1 o'clock in the morning, you have to go and explain to your peers what you did, and that's when you get the fine and all that good stuff. So I just said all that to say we will be in compliance. We won't be trying to hide the fact that someone in our chapter messed up, because it's part of the process. We'd rather you go before us than go before the police later. So if you mess up, if you decide to do something a little edgy, you may find yourself at 1 o'clock in the morning sitting before the judicial board.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Teen dances. Does someone, a leader, want to cover and talk about the teen dances? Rashawn, I think you should talk about this. You're so good at this.
Well, I think it's pretty clear. It says sexually suggestive dancing and hardcore music is not permissible. And if you violate this, we'll have to leave with the chaperone. And of course, the chaperones are responsible for enforcing the conduct. And I think this is new this year that any regional and national officer may remove the teen dancing or behaving inappropriately from the dance. And we have to notify the teen sponsor or president when we do that. So a regional or national officer may actually remove the teen from the dance. Piper, had you seen that before? Piper?
She may have stepped away for a moment.
I see her, but I think she's muted.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
and then
can you hear me? This is Yolanda. Can
yes,
you hear me?
yes, Yolanda, go ahead.
No, that is kind of new, and I think it's been an ongoing problem year after year. The teens will get in a circle, within a circle, and that's where generally the sexually type dancing takes place, and so this is being inserted so that they can. Usually, they just stop the music, just stop the whole thing until they break up the circle.
That sounds pretty out of control.
All right. Well, awesome. Okay. Our curfew obviously, is 1 o'clock unless, the conference, indicates something otherwise by the regional director. Curfew is extended to 1:30 on Saturday night only. I think that's the night that we do caucusing. And so for us as sponsors, we're expected to patrol the hallways and, after the curfew. So for moms, those of us who are chaperones, obviously it is a working weekend for us. And, we just want to make sure that we adhere to our responsibilities, as a chaperone. So, male presence is expected in an appropriate ratio to male teen attendees. And I know that our president talked about having, some of our fathers, obviously, at this teen conference. And I think it will be a great idea because we have quite a bit of male teens that are going to teen conference according to our list that we have thus far. So teens are not allowed to order room service. We talked about that a little earlier. Without the approval of the lead teen sponsor and appropriate proof of responsibility. One of the great things that we have done, and I don't know if other chapters do this, but I know that last year, I couldn't tell that other chapters did. Maybe they did. But anyway, our VP, have always, well, at least last year, I was only there 1 year, but, we have a hospitality room. And mothers and teens, it is so awesome because she obviously filled that room with all kinds of goodies and, from fruit to water and juices and soda and muffins and, and cookies and chips and, just everything that any teenager would want to have. We had it in our hospitality suite. And it was located in a perfect place. It was right at the end of the hall because the elevators are always so packed out. And so our teens were able to walk in the hospitality suite, grab what they wanted, and then we all hit the staircase, to get down for our for the event or the activity that we were headed to. And coming back, we would take that same staircase, go into the hospitality. They would grab a drink, a soda, or a snack or whatever, and head on to their room. So that was just awesome to have that hospitality room. We will definitely have that again this year. That's where we met and had our meetings, you know, after various activities. That's where we met for our caucusing. That's where we, you know, met to mastermind and talk about, you know, our skid and different things that we had coming up. So we will have that obviously again this year. And Ms. Yolanda had, she's graciously said that whoever's going to obviously stock that room for us this year, she would give them the list, because I tell you what, she didn't miss out on anything. We had everything we needed, and so thank you so much for that. Hotel and venue guidelines, we don't really need to cover that.
Other than the fact, to
okay, go ahead.
this is Paula, the moms don't need to book the hotel other than for themselves. We just need to know the teens, they'll be doing, I'm sure you're going to be talking about the rooming situation, but the hotel rooms will be booked through the chapter. And we've already given them our preliminary numbers. But moms need to book. So what they're going to do first is the teen, they have room saved for all the teens, and there's room saved for all of the chaperones. And the chapter, do we book both teens and chaperones, or do we book only teens and the chaperones need to book their own and get reimbursed?
No, we book everybody.
Okay, so that just people just need to register but not book a room, unless, like, if a dad is coming, Pipe, how are you going to do that? Like, if a chaperone is bringing a dad, which means she's not going to share a room.
Well, yeah, now, yeah, that's, well, if she's a chaperone, she can't share a room with a dad. She has to be with the group. But if a dad is coming and he's going to be a chaperone, we'll have to look at that, because he'll have to go through the same chaperone training. So I'm thinking we would supply them a room as well, but I'm not sure. We'd have to talk about that.
So we have our chaperone list, and we're inviting dads to come. So I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about this offline when we're not.
The chaperones share rooms with other chaperones.
So let me ask you this: even if, okay, let's say we have a dad that's a chaperone, we have a mom that's a chaperone, and they just happen to be married, they can't share a room.
Well, that's the difference. Yeah, that can work.
Okay, I'm just curious because
I think the Pipe is getting at it's a cost measure, so probably should talk about that offline.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because you know we pay for chaperones, and you have your list of chaperones, and there's no dads there. So, and I think we have other people who are going to go through chaperone training and work in shifts. You know, you have your main chaperones, and then dads can definitely chaperone, go through whatever training, chaperone between 1 and 3 in the morning, walk in the halls, but they aren't a paid room chaperone. So Yolanda's right, we'll talk about it offline, but I think we're going to have that situation. We're going to have to make some exceptions this time.
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
All right, awesome. Okay, okay, here are the committees, and we'll move through this. Again, moms and teens, you do have this in your guide that you should have in your email. These are the various committees and duties outlined, and so we have here the budget committee, we have bylaws, you know, foundation, judicial board, legislative, the nominating committee, and we have pages. And so you can look here to see, you know, to get, you know, a description of what they all mean. But these are the various committees. And so committees is a vital part of the conference and organization. Each teen is expected to serve on a committee. Committee descriptions will be highlighted in the registration package. So the committee chair and co-chair and scribe will work within the direction of the committee advisor. The committee scribe will complete committee reports. A copy of the committee report should be submitted to all members of the DARIS and each delegate and alternate at the assigned plenary session. So here are the various committees. We talked about this a little earlier, and so here they are outlined. on page 14. Any comments around that?
I just want to mention the budget, bylaws, and foundation committees. The teen treasurer, teen parliamentarian, and teen foundation chairs are already designated to these committees.
Okay, awesome.
In the past, Twyla, the judicial board, teams that are assigned to the judicial board are usually done by the regional director. Has she commented on that? And is generally
No,
no, not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. She normally reserve that committee. She normally picked the teams that serve on that board. And in the few years that I've been involved in this, she's done that, and is generally a senior. You know, you really need to be somebody that is able to stay up late and wake up early in the morning, because they will be up late.
Okay, and I'll look in my emails just to make certain of that, but I've not seen anything, and you know, I've been on the lookout for all things coming as it relates to teen conference. Here are a few other. You have, you know, programming projects, recommendations, resolutions, reporting staff, rules and regulations, and technology committee are other committees that we have here. Any comments around that? And moms, if it's something you don't understand, or teens, please don't hesitate to shoot us a text message for questions that you may have.
But when you get ready to register, you have to answer that question as part of your registration. And we want to get registered soon because we want to print in our rooms as soon as possible to get the best rooms. So just know, have your teams look that over and decide what committee before you pull out your credit card, because that's part of the questioning for registration.
Awesome. You know, these are some, you know, for minor infractions, you know, letter of apology, you know, there'll be a notification, you know, to your parents. Dismissal from the conference could obviously happen at the parent's expense. You know, major infractions will be recorded in the conference minutes, and the cost of sending a teen home becomes an automatic financial assessment to the mother. Unpaid assessments terminate the mother's membership. So teens, just keep in mind that, you know, your decision does not only affect you, but it affects, you know, your parents, and it affects the chapter, and then us as a region. So, you know, just, you know, be on your best behavior, do what's right. And so we won't even have to worry about those kinds of things. Major infractions, obviously fighting, hitting, you know, spitting, property damage, leaving the premises, you know, in a closed room with a member of the opposite sex. You just cannot do that. Possession of drugs or alcohol, major disruption in productivity of the conference, actions that humiliate, harm, disrespect, or offend any other individual. Those are all major infractions, so we just absolutely cannot do that. Okay, I think we're moving towards the end. Okay, competition categories. These are obviously, you know, categories that you can be a part of. You know, you have individual categories, you know, art and dance and vocal, instrumental, short stories. We have group categories that's available. You know, making the band, you know, group step, positive teen rap, short film, leadership categories, teen entrepreneur, you know, community service, MLK humanitarian, and outstanding teen are all, these are all competition categories. You know, have oratorical, persuasive speaking, dramatic, you know, monologue, prose and poetry jam, things of that nature. Scholastic achievement, you know, grade level achievement, science projects, and then we also have group, chapter group, which we all participate in the t-shirt. Our t-shirt will be on display. So we want to have a really, 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 really cool t-shirt, someone who's really creative and have bright ideas. It will have to encompass our theme for this year. So we want a really, really cool shirt. And then our skit, all of us do the skit. And then, of course, we have the scrapbook. And so moms, we are looking for help, you know, for someone who's really creative to help us out with the scrapbook. What I've been doing all year is downloading our photos and printing them out and keeping a hold of all of our, you know, our flyers and things of that nature. So we just really need your expertise in helping us put our scrapbook together for an award-winning first place scrapbook. Foundation contribution, and we talked about this, hopefully, our team dance that we did and our foundation contribution, you know, we may be able to enter into that particular category, and then our attendance award. And so you can see all the other things here, sports day, and, you know, we've got all types of activities, and it's a really, really big deal. So we've got a lot of, you know, great basketball players on our team. I think we can put together an award-winning team, and, you know, the girls, paddle puff football, and track and tug of war, volleyball, all of these great things, dodgeball, chess, you know, black trivia, long jump. And so you can see cheerleading. Oh, we've got some dynamic cheerleaders this year. We can definitely, you know, put together something in that category. Anything I miss, moms, leaders, as it relates to the sports day and the competition?
One thing, Twyla, moms, you may want to look at the deadlines. Some of the competitions have to be turned in before conference, like some of the oratorical things, some of the short film, and I can't remember. It was some others that have to be turned in before, because they take more time to grade, and they are graded beforehand. So if they're interested, make sure they look to see what the deadline date is to submit, if it has to be done before conference.
And every team must participate in a sports competition or a sports event.
We didn't hear you, Yolanda. Say it again, hon.
Every team must participate in a sports event.
And in a competition.
Well, of course, and in the group competition, of course, everyone has to participate in a skit. I think that's the main one there, and the other one is on sports day. So you're signing them up, so you just have to make sure everybody's signed up for something.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Our skit, I was talking to Demetra, and Argentine, they obviously have agreed to help our teens with the skit. Again, all teens will have to be on the stage all at the same time with the skit. And obviously, each will have various parts and things of that nature. The teens will gather their ideas. Guys, be thinking about what you want to do, and I don't know if Demetra has anything that she'd like to add as it relates to the skit. I know that they, are eager and excited to work with you guys to have an award-winning skit this year. And so, Demetra, do you have anything you'd like to add about the skit?
Right now, the only thing I would like to say is have the team start thinking on the theme of the conference this year, and Argentina and I will be sending out emails probably in the next few days or next week sometime with a schedule of planning to have our first meeting regarding the conference skit. So teens, get ready, get your ideas, thinking caps on. We want you all involved in making the decision and coming up with the things for the skit, the scenes. Put your thinking caps on.
Demetra, I'm excited. I'm excited you guys are taking it on. It's great. The only thing pop in my head, and you probably already know this, is make sure you and Argentina read the guidelines for the skit. Chapters have been disqualified because not everybody had a speaking, participated, had something to say, or they pantomimed for 10, longer than they were supposed to. So those guidelines are really important. I would just suggest to make sure you read those so that you stay within them, so they won't be disqualified for small.
Will do. We'll make sure we do that. Thank you.
You.
All right. Well, awesome, awesome. What we have on the screen right now is some of the categories that we just talked about, and some of them, moms and teens, there is only one participant per chapter, or one teen per chapter. Like for dance, only one teen will be able to participate in that from our chapter. Vocal, one teen. Instrumental, one teen. Making the band, it's a group, so it's a minimum, looks like, of 5 and a max of 7. The positive teen rap, same thing, it's a minimum of 3 and a max of 5. The group step, it's a minimum of 3 and a max of 7. In the art category, art, mixed media, pencil color, pen and ink, acrylic, photography, and watercolor pencil, it is 4 entries per chapter for all of these in this particular category. So, obviously we have a large teen group this year, and it may be more than one teen that wants to enter for dance. So, short film, short story, as you can see here, it's 1 teen per entry. Teen entrepreneur, it's 1 teen per entry. We have a lot of teen entrepreneurs, so community service, same thing. So what we'd like to do, moms and teens, we'd like you to weigh in on that. What is a fair way to do that? We'd love for you to, we don't have a comment section, but, you can text us, you can email, you can email me and, and just give your feedback as to, what do you deem fair? Is it that first come, first serve? Is it, who's been in the chapter the longest? Is it who's attend most of the, activities? Who's had best attendance? I mean, what's your weigh in on that? And leaders, if you have any comments, we'd like to hear from you. No comments? Okay.
I scratched that out. Okay. I didn't see the gratuity.
Just making sure.
All right. Well, so all of the competition rules, the details, they're all in this, in our guidelines here for Teen Conference. So I think that is pretty much it. We have, the MLK Service Award, Persuasive Speaking. We have Outstanding Teen. That brings me to, I know that we're coming up on our election, and Ms. Piper has graciously said that she would help out with the election. So, Ms. Piper, you want to go ahead and share any information? Let me say this before you come in on, there's a lot of information in here. I don't want to hold you all night. We are right about an hour here, but we did definitely feel that it was very, very necessary to go through the teen conference guide with the teens and the parents. Once we are done here tonight, moms and teens, this hangout is recorded. So we will be able to send this out, email it out to the moms who wasn't able to be with us live, but they can go back and look at the entire information that we talked about, so that obviously they will be informed. And so the oratorical competition, all the additional details is here. Everything that we need, you have all the backup information is all in this guide. So we're super excited about that. sports day competitions, all that's here. So let's go ahead. Pipa, if you would please, just share in on our voting, when that's going to happen, or tentatively when it's going to happen, and give some information about that.
Okay, we're still looking at a date because the date that I originally had thought ended up being Easter weekend. So we're going to have to look at another date, but we do need to do the election fairly soon because we need to do it before registration closes for teen conference. And since we're trying to register early, we need to get that done. So teens, if you're on the line, spread the word that we'll be having elections. Be looking at any positions that you'd like to run for. Be prepared to have a speech for the day of the election. We will have some criteria which I will send out to you probably sometime this weekend, just to kind of things to think about what a candidate should look like, or what things a candidate should have. We'll be looking at attendance in activities. We'll look at we'll be looking at some things like that, just to kind of say, okay, these are the things. This is what a leader is, and just think about that. We don't want anybody to be discouraged, but if you're interested, go ahead and be thinking about what office you want to hold, and then also look at start writing your speech so you can be ready. So that'll be coming up soon, and we'll send out an email sometime this weekend with more details.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Pipa. Guys, also, keep in mind that, from a chapter level, it prepares you to obviously get ready to run on a regional level. And, not to say that this is your practice, but really it is. So, if you obviously are looking to run, it would be great. We want to encourage you to do that. And also, we do have one of our very own teens that's running at a regional level for an office. So we'll be able to campaign and rally around Christian Williams, and so we're ready, excited and prepared for that to help her win the office. And I think I saw Yolanda on here. Yolanda, would you share again the office that Christian is running for? We want to be really prepared.
Yeah, she's running for foundation chair.
Foundation chair. Okay, awesome. We're excited to have some representation at the regional level. Anything else any of the other leaders would like to share?
Yes, this is Yolanda.
Yes, go ahead. I heard someone.
I think we were overlapping. This is Yolanda. When you get ready to register, if one of the things you're going to have is your member ID number, and I've already had one mother to text me because she didn't know her assigned number. So if you don't know it, just send me a text and I will get it to you. National recently sent out membership cards to members, so look for that in the mail. I received mine, but I did notice in MIS there are a few old addresses that they have. So if you did not receive a membership card or you do not know your membership number, send me a text.
Ms. Twyla, this is Rashawn. I want to quickly remind the senior moms that there are some forms that need to be filled out. We have 8 seniors this year, and if they actually go to the link and go to the tab that says Flyers and Forms, there's a packet that says Graduating Senior Submission Packet, and so there are specific guidelines around the journal ad, the bio, and the senior banquet presentation form. And all of those forms are due May 1st. So I will send an individual email to those 8 graduating senior moms, sending them the packet and the requirements.
Okay, awesome.
One
Awesome.
more
Awesome. Thank
thing.
you so much,
One more thing,
Rashawn,
Twyla.
for volunteering to do that for us. We really appreciate that.
So one
Okay,
more thing.
Madam President, go ahead.
I'm so excited that we're getting ready for elections. A couple of things. If I know Piper's handling it also. If we can get a teen nominating committee, that would be good, so that people can start putting their name in the hat, and send a list out to all the teens of all the offices and their duties. And we really want to stick by the duties. And if you're the secretary, you're really going to have to take notes. If you're the treasurer, you're really going to have to understand the teen budget. Not understand it, but at least present it at meetings. So you will start to understand it. So we really want you to to own your offices and give your reports and all that kind of good stuff. But the main thing is that we know what all is elected. We have a lot of 9th graders and upcoming 8th graders that should be taking part of the vote. Their moms paid teen dues. And so we want to make sure everybody knows all the offices that we're going to be voting on. Cool.
Yes, cool. Great idea, Paula. And there should be a nominating committee.
Yes.
Our teams, it should mimic the mothers' roles and duties, and how we do elections as well, Piper. So.
Piper has it. Perfect.
All right. Well, awesome. Let's see. I think we covered everything. Anything, Natasha or Demetra, Rashawn? I know that Rashawn is graciously is going to take care of the senior stuff for us. Moms, one other thing. We need. There was a couple of other items as relates to competition. We need a mother to chair that for us. Obviously, someone who is going to be at teen conference. That's a chaperone. I don't know if if you're on the line tonight, but we really need a teen mom that is going to be one of the chaperones to chair the competition category. And then obviously we'll get some support to help you with that, because that's a big responsibility. We have teens that need to be different places, but we really hope that you will say yes and send us an email and say, yep, I'll do it. So we really need that. Also for the scrapbook, we need a mom. You don't necessarily have to be a chaperone. You don't necessarily have to be a teen mom. If in fact you enjoy scrapbooking, and if you know someone, we know we don't have all the other mothers on here, but if you know someone that is great at that, to see if they would help us out with our scrapbook. Let's see, and then of course someone that will be willing to stock our hospitality room. Typically it's a mother that is going to be driving up to teen conference that can gather all of our goods and get it in our room so that we have what we need. Also, we need a mother that is going to teen conference as a chaperone to be, kind of our, I want to know what's the word. Pamela did a great job at this last year. She was the mom who was responsible for making sure we had our food ordered. And because everything is moving so fast, typically when we're done, she'd already have the food ordered, it'd already be in the room, and we get it passed out to our teens, and we were ready to rock and roll. Kind of like our president did on the Hill. We were headed back home, and when we got to the restaurant, the food was already ordered. It was good to go, and all we had to do was partake in it. And so thank you so much for that. That was awesome, right? So we need a mom to help us out with that as well. So I'll send an email.
I'll volunteer, Twyla.
You will? Yay! Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, so that's one check off of our list. And I think that's all we have tonight. Yes?
One more thing. You probably will need a mom to help with the election. I know Yolanda will do her part, but I think, we also need a mom to help to be over the election, to be responsible for all the things required for the election. The paperwork and all the things that go with that.
All right. Okay. Well, awesome. And the election guys that she's speaking of is obviously at the regional level. We have one of our very own teams that's running for a foundation chair, and so there's a lot of big campaigning that go on. And so we want to have what we need, whether it's T-shirts or 4x6 cards or stake signs or whatever it is. We want to definitely make it known that we have someone that's running for office. So if you're on the line, Mom, and you'd like to assist in that area, we truly would love your service. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. You see my husband in the background. Let me move the camera. Thanks so much for joining us.
One last thing, Rashawn, I think we have 7 seniors. You said 8, and I'm still trying to count to get to 8, so we can talk offline, but I think there's 7.
I have 8 on my list.
Okay, let me call you afterwards and find out who that is. Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Our hangout will be recorded, and want to thank all of our leaders who joined us on this call. It would not have been a success without you. So we really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of the night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Twyla.
Yes.
Hey, somebody put on there, I saw a little note pop up saying that they would help with the food. I don't know if that was Demetra or somebody else.
That was
But I saw a
Demetra.
little note pop up on my screen saying I will help with the food.
Yay.
I don't know who it was.
No, it was Demetra.
It's Demetra.
Okay.
Demetra,
Awesome.
no, but you put your sign up like that, Demetra? Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure if it was somebody else, whether we captured that.
No, Twyler, I can help Demetra with the food in the hospitality room, although I don't know if I have to have a car there to do the hospitality.
Well, and we can talk offline. I think I know that last year Yolanda, I'll see, she left, before us, and, she went and purchased food. But she can really tell us what she did, because she did such a great job, and so she can share with you guys, Natasha, what she did and how she did that.
I'll do it offline.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Y'all have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.